What up, everybody? When Ghost was killed by Tariq, it seemed as if he was 3 steps ahead of everyone else, even in his debt. While Tariq and Tasha thought by killing Ghost they would be able to sit back and live the good life off their inheritance with Ghost out of the way. Come to find out, Ghost had it where Tasha didn't inherit, and Tariq would need to receive a 4-year degree from a university before receiving his inheritance. All while Angela's sister Pulse receives an inheritance to take care of her family, including putting Junior through school so he could become DEA and go after Tariq. So instead of enjoying the good life like they thought they would, Tasha went to jail and Tariq had to go to school and hustle to pay for Tasha's lawyer, Davis McLean. I'm not 100 about this, but I believe Tariq bypassed his senior year of high school to attend Stansfield. I know he hadn't yet received his high school diploma because he had to take the GED test to get into Stansfield. Simon Sturd had to pull some strings to get him into Stansfield. And Tariq didn't turn 18 until around November of his freshman year at Stansfield. So Tariq is frantic, doing whatever he can do to get his inheritance as fast as possible. Instead of rushing, Tariq should have went through the process and utilize Power Law 35, master the art of timing, because patience is a key to power. So Tariq joined an advanced course called Canonical Studies, where he would be given the chance to graduate in 3 years instead of 4. During this time, Tariq is trying to take custody away from his grandmother Estelle for misusing Yaz's funds to support her alcohol habit. Tariq is successful and gets custody of Yaz, but the very same day, Tariq is charged with the double murder of Detective Ramirez and Jabari Reynolds. While he was sitting in a jail cell, Ghost, a state lawyer, came to visit him and had a letter from Ghost in the case that Tariq was ever arrested for a homicide. And the note read, "I knew you would end up here, right where you belong." This letter added insult to injury. But Tariq is resilient and didn't go down without a fight. Got Councilman Tate to get him a bond hearing with a judge who would grant him bail. So Tariq made bail and tried to still get custody of Yaz, but it was too late. Ghost had it already in the will if the family was wiped out for Yaz to be adopted and the file to be sealed. And Tariq thought to himself and asked the lawyer, he really had all this planned out before he died? Leaving a lot of people to think that this was an Easter egg or a clue that Ghost was still alive. Either though that's a topic for another video, we do see that Ghost was several steps ahead of Tariq at all times. So Tariq beats the murder case, ends up getting Yaz reunited with Tasha, and eventually even gets Estelle reunited with Tasha and Yaz. So everything seems to be all good. Now Tariq had to finish school and get his inheritance. But Tariq forgot that a key to power is patience, and is still trying to graduate as fast as possible. So Tariq signs up for an internship that will give him double credit. Originally with Tate, until Braden calls him to lose that internship and take one at Weston Holdings instead. So now Tariq is an intern at Weston Holdings. Everything is going good. They got their business set up on Wall Street too. All frap, no cap. Then Lucas Weston starts seeking out RSJ as a potential investor. When RSJ rejected the offer to join Weston Holdings, Lucas told Tariq if he wanted to keep his internship, he would need to sign RSJ. Knowing that this would back him up another 6 to 9 months from receiving his trust, Tariq started making moves and ended up finding out that RSJ was interested in the property where the QCP building was. So Tariq found a clause where he was able to move his trust from the bank Ghost had it held over to Weston Holdings, and that he would be able to sell the QCP and have the profit from the sale added to the trust. So it seems like Tariq was making big moves, power moves, until Braden found out that Weston Holdings was a Ponzi scheme. Braden tells this to Tariq, who told RSJ, who blackmailed Lucas Weston to get their money back with a payment plan. But like it seems like it's been from the beginning, Tariq takes one step forward, then one step back. He meets up with Tate to get green cards for Obi to save his own life, but at the same time, Tate questions Reek about Weston Holdings, and Tate reads him like a book and knew he was lying and reported the Western Holdings Ponzi scheme to the SEC and causing Tariq to lose his inheritance. So I can see it now. Ghost's next letter to Tariq after losing his inheritance. I spent 25 years hustling, coming up from nothing, to build something for you and your sisters, and you lose it before ever spending a dime of it. A lot of people are expecting Ghost to come out of hiding and help Tariq now that he has lost his inheritance, but I wouldn't expect anything more than another letter adding insult to injury. But Tariq used that last letter as motivation and ended up burning it. Tariq used his last letter as motivation, and I think he can use this as well. Tariq has always wanted to be his own man and independent from Ghost. This is the whole tactic Kanan used to get Tariq into the streets. From the very first crime Tariq committed, stealing a pair of J's from a shoe store. Then Ghost went to jail, and Tariq started hitting licks with Kanan to get his own money after Tasha told him that he was the man of the house now. When Kanan was teaching Tariq how to sell pills, Tariq's initial response was, "I'll be able to pay off my tuition in like 3 re-ups." Before Kanan busted his bubble and told him how much he would have to pay him back. But we can see from this conversation what Tariq's mindset was at the time, being his own man and independent from Ghost. But from the time he killed Ghost, his whole mindset changed from wanting to live independent from Ghost to wanting to live the good life off of the inheritance he received from Ghost. Now Tariq is going to get his chance to come up from nothing like his dad did. Ghost started out in the game as a young teenager and had to do a lot of dirt to get where he got. Starting off as a lookout, moving up to a corner boy, before killing his boss Breeze, and eventually setting Kanan up to go to prison so he could take over and be his own boss. Collecting dozens of bodies along the way. Now that Tariq has lost his trust, Stansfield is most likely out of the picture. Tariq was only attending school so he could receive his inheritance, but even if he wanted to stay in school, his trust was paying for Stansfield also. At the beginning of Season 3, Tariq was practically homeless, waiting for the dean to assign him housing. Once the current semester is over with, Tariq might find himself in the same position. Tariq may have money, but no proof of income, so he may have a hard time finding an apartment also. He may have to move in with Braden, and at least he knows where his family is, so he may move in with them also. And there you have it. What do you think is going to happen with Tariq now that he lost his inheritance? Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.